Hello? Shinzo? Scoria? Where are my mods? Where's Gabe? Kasu. There's Blackfire. Oh. Nobody said anything in the mod chat. Hello? So apparently Twitch thinks that kick is an aggressive word. And so I couldn't put kick in my title. I was like, oh, maybe it's facking. Maybe it's patootie. No, it was kick. Okay. So I had to take it out and put beat in there. I don't know how beat is less aggressive. But anyway. Hello, yes, I'm here, but I know one spoiler. Oh, okay. Goodbye then. Oh, god damn it. Thank you, Streamly. Caption. I'm gonna forget this forever for the rest of my life. There we go. E. I forgot what we were doing here. For some reason, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the Hounds of the Baskerville stuff. You know, that whole forbidden case that happened in the past. I don't know. Am I even supposed to? I don't want to look at anything. Oh, that's right. We gotta go to the North Chief Justice to talk about being able to be a lawyer again. Because Naruhodo was a bad man. I love this. I love it when I open up my Twitch activity feed on my OBS and all it does is fucking glitch out and nothing changes. Great. I love not being able to see. Anyway. It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. Some things never change. Like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. What is going on? I'm getting like bad luck today. It doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all though. She's happily reading over there. What the heck? That seems incredibly uncomfortable. She's cute though. I love her. Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. I'm okay. Of course, I was forgetting that you've been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago, I forgot that we don't have Susato anymore. She's in Japan. Now we're all alone. She'll come back though, maybe, right? But Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan. You good? No! The fans in my car stopped working. So, like, the fucking dial thing that turns on the fan speeds, it's not even turning it off. And the only way I could turn it off is to unclick the AC button, but if I click that button while the fan dial is still off, it just turns it on. But it doesn't matter because the fans don't work. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what to do. They've been acting weird. Maybe it's a fuse thing. I hope it's a fuse thing. That seems like it'd be easy to fix. I understand you wish to speak to me. Lionheart, or whatever his name is. Oh, Strongheart. Lord Strongheart, I trust you've been keeping well. I forgot how clock-themed this dude is. Let's see, since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I've kept you waiting a while, my apologies. Oh no, not at all, it's nothing, I like nothing more than standing around staring into space. You know, good to know. Good to know that doesn't appear to bother him at all. I forgot to change my card out, so hopefully I can remember to do that before the next payment goes through. Yay! It still shows 20 months! Wow! A 20-month streak. Holy sheesh! Thank you for resubbing, Professor! That's so surprising. We're almost at 2 years. Bruh, I don't know what I'm gonna do for a 2-year anniversary. I don't think I have anything planned because all my excitement's going for Solomon. He's kind of chatty. Hi, Miho. How are you? Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. I didn't even do something for my 1 year. You don't even remember what day? Well, I mean, my anniversary's on July 4th. I don't know if I could forget that. You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. Did y'all see that picture I posted on Twitter? I'm scared. Pokemon's scaring me now. As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime, and furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Oh. Oh, I've not heard about that. I saw Chad thumbnail. I watch and avoid doing. Wait, what's a Chad thumbnail? I don't understand. Investigating. I'm sorry. I went to bed at a normal time. Well, roughly. I got roughly 8 hours of sleep. Pinata, there you are. I don't know where Gabe is. I'm gonna ask. I'm worried. Oops. God damn it, I accidentally opened fucking tits. Okay, no worries. Hold on. I didn't mean to open that. No, it doesn't work. I haven't reconnected it. Oops. Game's not online. I'm worried. Has he said anything? Oh, Jesus. That startled me. Bum, bum, bum. I don't think he said anything since he went to bed last night. Okay. I know he said he'd be busy Tuesday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Investigating authorities from 40 countries. I thought he was trying to say foreign and said it wrong. I got really confused. Around the globe will be taking part. Including from your own land. For some reason that whole sentence confused me. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. Okay. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. And he recently posted in Discord. Oh, he did? I didn't see anything since last night. Oh wait, no, he asked in Solomon. No, that's fucking Rapta who did that. I keep confusing my mods on Twitch. Sorry, Discord. Oh no, he posted in the morning. That's weird. So you wish to consult with me? Of course. I can very well imagine what this is about. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I keep getting confused. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing in my mind as it happens. Bruh. My fucking... Oh my god, OBS sucks so much. My game's not too loud, is it? Compared to my voice? Oh no. Just take a deep breath and come out with it. Ah! Anyway. Please! I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, It made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system. Blackfire, you're right. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. No. He says. Mr. Naruhodo, and then the game ends there. Yes, here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you're a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Oh, well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on this study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. This was his calling. I love this music here. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Boop, ba-doop, boop, ba-doop. Mr. Asogi is my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I can't read today. What is going on? These don't seem like sentences to me. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Yeah? What? Oh, sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? Blowing up London, maybe. God, if they turned Kazuma around like that, I'd be kind of pissed, actually. I thought you couldn't read all the time. Blackfire, eat tape or something. I don't... What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. So can I be a lawyer or not? Never mind. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. No, Blackfire, I'm sorry. I kid. Do you mean? Oh. As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Wow, luckily, within those 6 months, we hadn't had any bug. Any bug we know get tried for any serious crimes or murders. That would have sucked, wouldn't it? As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Thank you so much. That's wonderful news, Runo. In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback, a curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. No! Of course, please, tell me more. Nope. You described it as a curious affair. Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Oh yeah, Van Zeeks was shot? Stabbed? He was injured some way. Maybe. And then we asked how he was doing, and Sholmes was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? Anyway, I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday? Oh, no. Yes, I read about it. A murder? No, he wasn't murdered. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see, how is it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think. Wow, instantaneous kinesis, as in moving things with a click of the fingers? That's right, it's just what my herbal blends need, a dash of devil may care. What? Okay. What's happening? Oh, hi Gabe, welcome back. I got worried. Excuse me. What the serious accident was exactly? It's clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life. Oops. A certain Mr. Odi Assman. Ha! Assman. An investigator and a well-known figure in society. A large explosion? A man died? Aw, Iris. That's okay. I was like, where are my mods? A man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Hairbrain. Hairbrain? Really? his name's Hairbrain? Okay. Makes sense. Is that the pun that we get? He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow. Are you saying that the only thing he is guilty for is criminal negligence? On the charge of murder. What? Murder? If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak words. There's very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. A great exhibition, a scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder? I feel out of my depth before I've even started, still. We should go to the prison straight away then and try and meet with this German professor. Don't you think? Definitely! What is this cane supposed to look like? That looks like the fucking lever to a toilet. You know, the thing that flushes it? What is that even called? The toilet button. Oh yes, one more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance. The Reaper. Oh! Oh, there's a connection. Lord Van Zeek's? How? All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them. Anyway, that was weird. Important of them will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though the criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly. Ah! Ah! London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. That's too many. We must lower the numbers. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it is imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it? Ugh! Exactly! The future policing! Ah! Fucking Iris. Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Bro, let me go! Exactly, it's extremely alarming. Odi Assman. His full Japanese name is a pun on Irai Dame Ningen, which means incredibly bad, useless person. His English name is a pun on odious man. Oh, I'm not that smart. I don't even know what odious means. Preserving the meaning. Oh. Odious. That's not the same thing, though. It says they're unpleasant or repulsive. That's not the same thing as useless. Assman. Ha! If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you could be sure. The numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different at the current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Oh my goodness. Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail everyone now. What? Oh, how fascinating. It all began 15 years ago. I was... Oh, he's just talking. I was like... Oh, tunnel vision. No, I want to know. He fucking blacked out. What is happening? And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter, and the simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right, yes, that's wonderful. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now. You know, whenever you do that, like, 1,000-yard stare, but, like, you don't blink? I imagine that's what happened. He just wasn't blinking. His eyes glazed over. Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful? I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. Well, tell him that. So how do I ask about the... Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? Why am I showing this? The reports of the overwhelming success of the great exhibition, of course. No, not that. The story on the back page. Okay, okay. What story? You just mentioned Van Zeeks to me. You know, the story of Van Zeeks. Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not? Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he? Bruh. That would make the rest of these cases a cakewalk, I bet. There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zeeks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Very well. If it interests you. It does, strangely. He's like my racist friend, who's racist to me. Fortunately, Lord Van Zeeks emerged from the attack unscathed. Oh. Damn it. I wanted him to be stabbed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He is a very capable fighter. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Oh. I wanted him to be shot. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicated and prosecuted by Van Zeeks. But the man was acquitted. I've no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Large sums of money? Isn't that how it always works? That man, he's my friend. He may be racist, but he's my racist. No! That doesn't sound good. Oh. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, I had to stretch. A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. Calm your bloodlust madness now, or I'll shoot you next. Hi, Zenkichi. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. Oh, that's how it always goes, isn't it? But you're not suggesting that it was the work of the Reapers, surely? The victim's henchman certainly seemed to think so. He was a man by the name of Assman. Wait, didn't you just mention this dude? Mr. Odie Assman. Did you say Assman? It's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition. Oh, okay. I thought that was the guy we were defending. And I was like, what the fuck? No, we're defending Hairbrain. I forgot. Yes, known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. What the heck? I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me. Try me! Why do you use Lord Van Zeeks as a prosecutor? All the criminals who managed to get off court and then meet with a mysterious aunt. All the criminals who managed to get off and court then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zeeks first. I know there's no evidence that he's actually is a Reaper in that sense, but still. Give me 1 second. He gets to listen to his whining for a moment. Sorry, my allergies are pretty bad. I took an allergy pill before stream. It has not kicked in yet, though. Something's clearly going on here. Van Zeeks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. That doesn't make sense. How can you explain the way so many have died, if not by someone's hand? Van Zeeks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. Did Naruhodo really think he was just going out there killing people and getting away with it? Thinking about it, it would have been cool if we could defend Einstein. I thought you said Estinian. Einstein was not in this era. Gabe? I mean... How old was he? He would have been a fucking child, right? When was he born? I'm trying to think, because for some reason I feel like I don't know math. He would have been a young adult, I suppose. He was born in 1879. No. I still don't know math. He would have only been like 11 or something. Right? He would have literally been a fucking child. We have to defend this child Einstein in court. Damn, he was old. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. Alright, let me out of here. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. Okay. Oh, you know what I realized? Warped, I'm gonna fucking kill you. If you come in here talking about toes again. Nasty. I don't have my own gun emote, but I have this. I can't. What did you realize? Do you have the closed captions up? You can't say I was bullying chat when that was the first time chatter. Then you should have seen it. Alright. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget. 11 hours? 11 hours late? That's quite something. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. We're here 11 hours? So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Oh yes, where would I find Lord Van Zeeks now? I would assume he's at his office. Do we get to go to his office? Right, I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands. Oh, of course. Yes, thank you very much, my lord. What a dramatic pose. Yeah, it doesn't pick up from OBS. Let's go to his house! Oh my god, he's got a fucking picture on his wall of him. Maybe it's not of him. Oh, so this is the legendary Reaper's office. Yes, it appears so. It sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly, deathly atmosphere. Oh, is that... Huh? What the fuck is this? I had to figure it was so still I hadn't noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is. What are you doing here? Oh, Jesus. I thought that was him, maybe. He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well. I am. Boop, boop. Oh, so who was the person over by the wall being punished for something or other? No punishment is taking place here. Oh. Who the fuck is this? That's my apprentice, and he's sitting there of his own free will. I didn't know you had an apprentice. Oh, I thought they were... I don't know why I thought they were fighting in that photo. I don't know. That wouldn't make sense, would it? It must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper. An apprentice prosecutor. He's very able in combat. A requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Tutelage. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers? The Reaper? I'd be interested to know why the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming that is such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms. Bruh, that's you. What Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack. True, carried out by henchmen of Odie Aspen's criminal organization. Not critical. Hey guys, let's be critical. Excuse me. An investigation meant their arrests were imminent. Presumably, some hoped to kill me before that happened. Odie Aspen. Oh my god, can you imagine the future in which we have... Oh my god. We have robots defending and prosecuting fucking people. That sounds scary. I love how my captions said the exact opposite of what I actually said. I look at my car, my caption. He was masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers, a global investor. If he's a criminal, 1, how was it okay to put him in the experiment? And 2... No, he was... acquitted or something. He got out with the bribe or whatever. But his enormous wealth came to him by underhand means via his criminal activities. And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper. But the man got his comeuppance in the end. Comeuppance. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances, it was a most unusual cause of death. I know about that. He was a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis gone wrong. Oh. Mr. Aspen died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage in an enormous explosion. Correct. Anything I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen to you? Well, no, that does seem a little far-fetched. But this man really is the fabled Reaper. He has to be innocent of this particular death, at least. Does he seriously assume he's just going out there killing everybody? How come no bug stopped him? Doo-doo. Robo Lawyer has proven the defendant is a stinky sack of meat flesh. That's... I want to see a movie like that, like I, Robot, but fucking they're lawyers and prosecutors. It's strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? No, I feel like it would make more sense if it's the prosecutor and, you know, the protagonist is a lawyer having to defend his client. And he has to struggle. There's the struggle of having to literally go against the world's smartest fucking prosecutor. Robot VTubers win. What? Isn't what's her name a robot? Roboco? Colonos, didn't you know? We're all robots. Alright, sorry. I mean, what are you taking on the professor's defense for the trial tomorrow? What? You're going to be defending him? Oh yes, that's right. Though I barely know the man's name yet, to be honest. Albert. Gabe, is this it? Did we actually get it? He's fucking Albert Hairbrain. No. I need to look it up now. Wait, we'll see what he looks like first. That's right. Did you know him by any chance? Of course. He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together. What? I don't know what a contemporary means. I don't know words. I'd understood that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany. Is it? Hold on. I have to, what the fuck? What is his reference? I do. Well, it says the name Albert is likely from Albert Einstein. We did see him. I was looking up the name reference. That's funny, though. I'd understood that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany, though. Oh, no, I already read that. Hairbrain's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all. So you were students together. I was in the faculty of law, of course, and he in science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. Yeah, definitely. That's funny. Wait, what's his Japanese name? That might be his Japanese name as well. Wait, hold on. No, his Japanese name is Benjamin Dobinbo. Whatever that means. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you of all people representing him. Only if I make it out of this office alive. He's gonna fucking strangle me. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know, because the prosecution, will be handled by me. By you? But you made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends. We are friends, it's true. Then why would you do this? Imagine like your friends in court and you're like, fuck man, I mean, I need the money, sorry dude. Yeah, this bitch is guilty. I know him personally. He would definitely kill this guy. I don't think you could do that. I don't know. I don't know how courts work, so I feel like that's just not a thing. Oh, okay, so the reference to Einstein is only in the English version. Interesting. If the Reaper is the prosecutor's, nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed! Oh goodness, Iris. What's Lord Van Zeek's thinking? Oh, whoa? What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean... I'm a crown prosecutor and immortal like any other. I'm no demigod. But they've all died, haven't they? The people you prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or an acquittal. You telling me there's some bug behind the scenes who's just pulling the strings? Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who, without question, deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them. But that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Nor was Jenny, in fact. She was ever so hardworking now. Isn't she in jail? I thought she got put in jail for, like, lying in her testimony in the first trial. I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn, but the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind, not my work. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But if you were attacked by those ruffians because they believed it's true... The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. Oh! It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that if my pseudonym serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly and with honor. But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed. If that is my fate, let God decide. Lord Van Zeeks. Damn. Zeeks is hot. Am I allowed to look around? Can't really look at this picture. The portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? Oh. ENVTuber rate? What is that? Hello, Vison. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Oh.
There are people giving gifts, exchanging cards. I believe that Christmas is truly in their hearts.
Is that a theme right now? Oh my God, it's Christmas in
tomorrow,
March.
Nations are at peace and all are one in God. Hey, Sanitary.
Yeah, it's Christmas time! Woohoo! Anyway, thank you so much, Vison, for the raid. Welcome, everybody. My name is Hanayome Kamakiri. I am an Orchid Mantis. We are playing The Great Ace Attorney 2. If you do not want to be spoiled, please head on out, because I think we're about on the third... We're about on the third trial or so. But if you don't care for that, please feel free to stick on by. I'm tired. Yeah, I think we're on the third. But if you want to stick around and you can see my big brain moments once we finally get to court, hopefully that's soon, because I'm tired. I hate this stuff before actually just going to court. Just give me the evidence, put me in the courtroom, and I'll kick ass. Let's go. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Van Zeek's facial features. Maybe he was younger, or maybe that's like his dad. Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist had exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think. That reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him. How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it? That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious. Well, who is it? Oh, then who is it? Do you think he had a son? A son who looked just like him? I like how he's just letting us look around. It really looks like a punishment to me. I've never seen someone sitting like that before. He hasn't moved a muscle since we arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead? Whoa! Though gotta go though. I'm sorry, nearly 3 a.m. for me. Oh, sheesh! Anyway, have a good night. Thanks again for the raid. Oh wait, what were we even playing? I didn't even notice that part. Oh, you were also playing Great Ace Attorney. Oh boy. I didn't even see how far you were. Oh well. Have a good night. Get some rest. Sleep well. If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he? No, no, you can make the dead sit up. You know, put fucking rods in their limbs and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's gonna talk to us. He's not dead. Oh, sheesh. Okay, fine. What else is there to look at in here? I'm just gonna touch Van Zieks' stuff. I don't think I need to be here anymore, though. Alright, let's go find Mr. Hairbrain. Who let you have books in here? The warden said cell 11, that's this one. Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner, look. Did you walk up here looking at me or something? Why? Well, I have this reaction now. What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Hairbrain. What? Knowledge, this, pants grab. I'm so tired of knowledge. I'm tired of learning. Oh, his name tag is different than the wiki shows. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, a lawyer! I didn't even get to read what Ryunosuke said. Ah, was it something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Your hypothesis? Sorry, I don't. Yesterday's demonstration. That magnificent demonstration was. It was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science when it's explained. They all leave at high velocity. Bro, what the fuck? His face. You just forgot it's called an afro. That was probably not a good time to mention that your seal made my concentration leave for a while, too. Where I live, once they put, oh my god, what? Once they put the casket viewing or whatever, when some bug dies differently, they put him standing holding his motorcycle. It's like that one place in Vietnam or something that, I think it's Vietnam, where like, there's like a day of the year or something where they take out their dead and they like just hang out with them. I think it was Vietnam. I think it was like one like town in Vietnam or something like that. They like dress them up and stuff and they like take them out to dinner. I have to look it up now. Ray, Big Cat, thank you for the follow. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Oh, it says every 3 years. They just dress him up. Oh, Rusty Games, thank you also for the follow. Welcome to the Hana Horde, you two. Clean them, dress them in new clothes to commemorate their lives. Oh, it says it's a tribe that does this. Anyway. That's anyway. You mentioned the demonstration yesterday. The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he? Oops. Yes, you can interpret the result that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success. You've lost me. I saw it with my own eyes. Right there in front of me, Mr. Aspen was spontaneously disassembled. Bro, what the fuck? Because he blew up into multiple pieces or what? Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. Rusty, what the fuck? What is happening? However, the machine exploded and Mr. Aspen, in fact, perished. Oh, that's fucking Ryunosuke. Yes, I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Aspen was an accident, correct? But the bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder. Oh, hello. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished at once. But... murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident. Simply an accident. I see. Literally, it could just be criminal negligence, couldn't it? Isn't that what it means whenever an accident kills some bug? I have to look it up now. What is law? Define criminal negligence. Maybe that just refers to children being left in cars or something. Oh, no. That's I'm pretty sure that's one thing that could be as a result of criminal negligence, but not the specific definition. Hold on. Recklessly acting without reasonable caution and putting another person at risk of injury or death. Okay. Right? Wait. That's just the pre-thing existing. I don't know. It's manslaughter, is it? I think criminal negligence is the stuff that happens before the death. Define manslaughter. So it would be both, right? I'm not sure. The crime of killing a human being without malice aforethought, or otherwise in circumstances not amounting to murder. I need context for that. Also, thank you for your comment. I don't know why I said thanks for that. Harley and I were talking this morning, you know. Why is she staring at me like this? This is freaky. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder. How exactly? Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. On what grounds? Ah, yes, it's newly established here in Britain. The special, oh my god, what is this word? The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. That one passed me by. Holy fuck, I almost panicked because I couldn't read that. But if the case is treated as murder, then they'll say my machine, was the murder weapon and they'll be able to pour over it as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative the whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial. Ah, I see now. Bruh. This guy's exhausting. Oops. Time to leave. I guess the third-degree murder, negligence that a reasonable person could assume would lead to death. I don't know. So in short, there was a terrible accident. What's weird to me is that I guess they did no prior testing on this. Like, could you not have, like, teleported some rat or something somewhere? Is that what you're trying to do, after all? So in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday. Yes! Or rather, no, the devil in the details. The devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion. Sounds the same to me. You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, were you? How fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electronic bonds. Electrical... I don't know words anymore. Not gonna lie, I think he's gonna be dizzy from spinning his head like that. I'm already dizzy, so it must be possible using a sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see? That's my amazing hypothesis. Gosh, that's unimaginably high-level science. Oh, but dare to imagine it, dare to dream of such incredible technology. Oh my god, this guy's freaky. Just think, one moment I could be here in this cell, and the next I could be in Great Exhibition again. Well, yes, that would be incredible. And the next, in a mere blink of the eye, I could be at a great Persian theater, say. The possibilities are endless. The whole of our vast planet would be within reach. So no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days. I don't really see it like that. What do you mean, Iris? Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, wouldn't it? I think it would feel more like it had shrunk. Well, then walk there or something. I don't fucking know. Who's the cauliflower with 4 eyes that Prime says there? His name's Albert Hairbrain. My word, that's exactly right. What are the implications? What does this mean? Oops, that's got Professor Bunny Brain. Bunny Brain. Really worried by the look of it. That's cute. Clearly this is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose. The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always the fly in the ointment. Yes, I've never heard that phrase before. Because practical demonstration costs a lot of money. Money that young scientists like you don't have. That's exactly it, yes. Well, he's always complaining about it. He said the government should invest more in science. Shroud Winters, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hana Horde. Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. He moves so fucking weirdly. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Aspen. The victim had died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean? The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Odie Aspen, wasn't it? I feel like it's not pronounced Asman. And yet I don't know any better. What exactly was your relationship with the man? He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculable hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars. I see, so you hadn't really known each other well until then. That's not what he said, but whatever. Money for scientific research. I'm so envious. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel. Oh, really? An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government. Mr. Aspen provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. I don't fucking know what I'm saying anymore. He produced a machine to my precise specifications. But then your dreams are blown to the dust in one enormous explosion. You know what one of the difficulties of role-playing a very smart character are? It's not being smart yourself. That is the biggest issue. Anyway. So I feel like my rebrand as Solomon is gonna be fucking hilarious. Ugh. But then your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion. Oh yeah, I already read that. As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Aspen. I would never, ever have thought of taking the man's life. Well, he seems genuine enough. I didn't think he's lying. Alright, now what? Look at this cool newspaper I found. How could this have happened? I didn't even say anything, I just whipped it out. You must feel awful. As well as a man losing his life, the Crystal Tower is greatly damaged, too. Damn, the Crystal Tower was damaged. I know what happened. It must have been that. That? The day before the demonstration, I had my usual meal of Frankfurters at the hotel restaurant, just in case you forgot he was German. When I paid the bill, they gave me 3 shillings and too much in change. But instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coins into my pocket. They're still there now. He thinks it's karma or what? It's divine retribution for my wrongdoing, and that's what it is. Oh, okay. For a scientist, he has some very illogical anecdotes, long and illogical. Is that it? That's all we get? Where do I go now? Oh, I'm not done talking? Hey, look, I'm a lawyer. Ah, fascinating, yes. In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of the defense lawyer. Wearing is very bracing, I find. Your words make some sense to me, but they are entirely illogical. What do you mean? Well, for example, I find this white laboratory coat that I wear for my work very bracing, too. However, in my case, there is a perfectly logical reason for that feeling. Oh, really? What is it? I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one is too small for me. The sleeves especially are extremely bracing. I can barely move my wrists. That's what you call logical, is it? What is happening? Of course, it's entirely logical. That's science, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I was trying to tell him I'll be your lawyer. I guess I gotta go back here. God, the music scared me. What the fuck? What am I supposed to look at? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look, it's a scale model of the Great Exhibition Showground. Boom, 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 boom. That's amazing. I wonder why it's here. Perhaps he made it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person. What is going on the right with the dead guy? Or perhaps he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket. Surely it's obvious that I'm using it as an investigative aid. You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved. Ugh, I really didn't think he'd overhear that. Oops. What the fuck? These just got bats. Ah! They were bats! As the Reaper's familiars, I expect. What the fuck? But what about the mute man in the dark cloak? I thought he was the familiar. That's just the flying kind. You must be a dear friend of Mr. Reaper, then. I think the familiar idea is more likely. Scary, though. Either way. What the? Ew! He's just got bats in here? That's extremely unhygienic. They poop. Lord Van Zeek's desk. Look, it's so stylish. And that's a marble chest set beside it. Chest. That's the Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it? You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems. I don't think it's necessarily the same as shogi. Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case. I'd love to challenge Lord Van Zieks sometime. To a bout of shogi problems. If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own at home. Okay. What am I looking for here? Look at that fine collection of hollow chalices and bottles. Is this where he gets his collection from? He's just got a whole fucking stash at home. And bottles neatly lined up there. My hollowed bottles are filled with the essence of the finest grapes from the finest vineyards I visit. Then why do you toss them into the crowd so often? Yeah, as armaments, yeah. And I personally oversee these chalices being made by the finest crystal craftsmen in the world. And yet you throw them around in court like they were worthless. Yes. Because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide off the mark sometimes. Oh! Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider the poor artisans whose work you defile. So, it's my fault? Silly me, how could I ever have thought otherwise? What the fuck? He's like, anytime you say something stupid, consider this. Pants grab. What else is there to talk about? I don't think there is. I want to find out who that guy in the picture was. Did I show him this? Lord Van Zieks, about the article in this paper. Oh yes, it seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. I guess I didn't. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me. Bam, bam. It looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though. I think finally my allergy pill kicked in. Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them. But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it? Boom, boom, boom. As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice. Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him. No. Excuse me. He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose. Ah, like you are to Hurley then, Runo? I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective. You totally have. He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack. It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask? Boom, 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 boom. On Lord Strongheart's orders. I was long. Nobody knows the man's face or indeed his identity. But why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual? Yeah, this man's kind of sussy. Lord Strongheart's orders again. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions. I hope you're right. Hello. Bro, this dude freaky. Ah! The task is complete. Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs. Sorry. I don't know why I laughed. This guy's fucking creepy. Nice to meet you. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Back to work again. That was really strange, though. I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed. And yet, somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter. Huh? Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it. What the fuck? Okay. What is Strongheart your dad? Oh, I see. Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? Hmm? Oh, no, I mean... Sorry, I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. It couldn't be. Couldn't be what? It just cuts off there? Okay. My brain's not kicking in. I would have no idea. Ah, yes, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, what's that? That Nipponese man, is he faring well? Soseki? Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago, with the stoop and the mustache and the jitters. Oh, Mr. Natsume, you mean? Bruh, finally, holy fuck. That was getting exhausting, not having any music. I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Runo. Sorry, I got distracted. He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only the other day. Let's see. Do airplanes exist in this time yet? When was the airplane invented? I don't even know. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's a little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice. And for the conversation. I can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san after a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. Oh. Never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turn up for the books. Mad scientist. Huh, you mean Professor Harebrain? On December 7th, 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright. Damn! So about this time frame, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we had to defend them in court next. Their airplane killed the bug, or some shit. Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about this relationship with Lord Van Zieks, I think. Alright, now we go back. Alright, bye-bye, Van Zieks. Bye-bye. There we go. I understand Lord Van Zieks is a friend of yours from your university days. Yes! That's right, he was studying law whilst I was studying science. What was he like back then? A good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, and all-around nice fellow, really. Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor Barack Van Zieks. What was he like when he was at university? Talk about a leading question, Runo. Yeah, we know that's illegal, you know, like what fucking Van Zieks did in court that last case. As I said, an assuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the Van Zieks family, with all its great aristocratic origins. Jesus, I can't read. I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood. Oh, maybe it was a brother. Do you think he had a brother? I don't fucking know. Little darling. It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaper of the Bailey, no less. Yes, that's right. I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. Really? What sort of event? Okay. I'm sorry. But I don't know anymore. I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh, yes, of course. He's heard all about the Reaper. I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Van Zieks will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. Oh, that'll be fun, wouldn't it? Ah, my throat! You know, y'all could do for more drink redeems, maybe. I'm fucking dying out here. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you're saying? Well, I didn't mean now. I already took a drink. Fine. No, not 3 of you. Okay, chill out. I don't need any more. Oh, no. If you spam drink redeems, I won't do it. So no more. And then you'll just waste your money. God, I'm not even drinking water. Y'all are making me die. I wonder what... If it took you 2 years to get nearly 700 points. I'm trying to think if I should set something up for 1,000 points. Not 1,000, oh, what? Holy shit. 6... That's not 700, that's fucking... 700,000. So if I set it at 1 million... Can I set, points to 1 million? Bruh. You had no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor of your work, is that correct? You guys are getting points? Wait, what? Are you not? I had 1 million Simba points until I spent 300k to name a tree. You're a fucking liar, Shinso. I mean, Gabe has been here since like day 1. Wait, Gabe, have you only been manually clicking? Do you not have that extension that like automatically gets them for you? That might help. I sent a screenshot of the 1 million points in Discord when I hit it. Oh my goodness. Gabe doesn't know. It's been a lifesaver for me. It's a Chrome extension. I don't know what it's called though. I'll share it later. As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. You know what? No, it's not. I refuse to admit that. Oh no! Yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention. So I know that I'm far from blameless in all of this, but still, I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I thought you said centipede years. Better TTDB? Does it? Oh. I wonder how many credits or points Gabe would have if he had that automatic clicker thing. I'm a man of science, it's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Don't wait ever. What? Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that all my life. No. I'm afraid I don't know much about science or your theories. In fact, I don't want to know. I'm tired of knowing. I legit got angry at a fucking video I was watching last night before bed. It's like, did you know? And I was like, and then it was like showing like oranges and water, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to know anymore. This sickens me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oops. But I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law. That's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Oh. When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Holy fuck. All right, Bruno. It's time to visit the great exhibition with her gun. Sorry? Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it? Yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate at least. Or at last. I don't fucking know anymore. Goodbye. I like how she calls him Bunny Brain. Excuse me. Is this guy still talking? You have the right to remain silent. Please use it. The right. You know what? I should remain silent for the rest of my life. I'm tired of this. Ugh, the showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. Oh my god, he really was disassembled into millions of pieces. I see some of him right there. And some of him over there. We've been walking around in a dense crowd for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times. There are a lot of people, aren't there? It's almost been trodden. I've almost been trodden on 3 times, too. She's baby. They can't see her. Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. Oh, they're holding hands. Ooh, souvenirs. We finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage where the explosion happened yesterday. Excuse me. Ooh! What is all this? Who's talking? Who's making sounds? What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. They sound like an argument. I don't know why this is reminding me of that first episode. Oh. Gina! I love her! Right, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh yeah, go on then, Inspector. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence, and you know it. I love her! I think I was talking to Cheru, and she's like, I hate Gina. I was like, I legit got so upset. I was like, she is doing her best, okay? Wait, I know those voices. You got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady, but a night in the cells will teach you some manners. Just try it, I dare you, if you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat. I fucking love her. Yoo-hoo! Craigsy, what are you doing up there? You not see Jenny up there? Look at her closely. What? Her outfit's different, isn't it? Otherwise, I don't know what I'm looking at. Hold on. She's got a wedding ring on her. Ah! It's you. Here. You're here. Here you are. You here. Your ladyship. How are you, your ladyship? I do hope you're well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times the lady? She grew. She baby. She grew in 6 months? The fuck? I'm not well at all. I'm far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue. Unbelievable. I'll go have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you. Oh, well. Tobias Craigston, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. Why was he suspended? Oh, it might have been the whole, that one fucking case with Eggert. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be. Watch it, sunshine. Sorry. Is he still speaking out loud? Hi, Ray. How are you? What gives, then? Don't tell me you're on this case. Yes, I'm acting for the defense. Yeah, no shit. You're the fucking lawyer. No. Anyway. So we're here to investigate. Dear me. That's the situation, is it? Is it really that troubling? Show me Ginny! Oh, there we go. A measly 5 bob. Is that all you got? Ah, you're so cute. I love you! You're a lawyer, ain't ya? You could stand to carry a bit more copper around your pockets, Mr. Naruhodo. I can't remember what the fucking voice I gave her. What? Hey, that's my last bit of spending money, that is. Give me my shmoney. I can have it back. But I'll have to charge you for the bother. 3 bob. She's gonna charge me. Charge me the same amount she fucking stole. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket or diver born and bred in the East End of London. In that case, that led to my own suspension 6 months ago. This is the girl I was defending in court. She doesn't have patches in her clothes anymore. She's got good clothes now. I'm happy for her. Hi, Ray. What's your problem, eh, Odo? Diver, pickpocket. What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips rammed down your throat and all, do you? Do you? Oh, you couldn't find a new fan art? Oh. I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Craigston about it, weren't you? I assumed you've been up to your usual tricks here in the showground. That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Odo. Odo. Half a year's a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now, learning to be Scotland Yard detective. Oh, sheesh. So you'll have to call me what everyone else does, an Inspector Lestrade now. Oh, sheesh. Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely. Let me see it. The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is off the charts for all of us. What's that supposed to mean? I love you, Jada! Good job. Get that shmoney, girl. Gotta get that bread. Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, all right? Right, sir. This raises a lot of questions. Well, time to ask some, I suppose. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina in connection with the case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder. I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Jenny. Well done. So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective? Alright, let's go to court. Okay. I want to figure out what fucking jury we're looking at this time. You got it good, isn't it? Inspector Lestrade sounds like something out of book, eh? Talk about a sea change. I don't know what that means. There's Iris's old man to think about. Iris's father, you mean? Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out of the stops looking for him. Well... just a small promise then, nothing serious. Oh, Jenny, you're so sweet. Well, I don't know if they're gonna find him 6 feet under. And maybe they will, who knows. So anyway, that's how I come I had, wow, okay, if I can read. So anyway, that's how come I had to go at the test for Scotland Yard. Oh, okay. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I? I'm sorry. Just a small problem, nothing serious. Oh my goodness. I need to finish my burger. I'm sorry. Also, y'all, my no effects image is getting like, it's at 2.5K likes. I will never get that much again. Ain't no post in the world I'll make that'll get that many likes ever again. I'm surprised. Alright, hold on. Sorry, I need to think of the next big meme to fucking redraw. Perhaps. Hi, Shinzo. Or welcome back, rather. And that's when Hurley approached Craigston and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Jenny and made her a sort of apprentice. He was very magnanimous of Mr. Inspector Craigston and brave. Oh, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants. The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words. Digging for dirt? Is that a phrase? So the long and short of it is, if you got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade. Right then, Inspector. She likes to use that title even. I love it. Actually, there is still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there? Oh, what, Reno? What? Why are you speaking out loud? Well, 6 months ago, Gina was the defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. Ah? Is it blackmail? A trial in which she was found not guilty, and yet here she is still. Come on, you're not still on about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper or whatever it's called. Corey, you don't have to worry, Odo. If she just fucking be like, oh, Gina's dead, I would fucking cry. If they just fucking did that. I'm stuck on something, hold on. If I didn't have to worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left. It's like I told you before, isn't it? She's got a smile now, I fucking love it. And she used to be so frowny all the time, but now she's smiling a lot. I fucking love her! I'm happy for her. Oh, it said digging up dirt. I thought it said digging for dirt, and I was like, I've never heard that phrase. Does that mean they're just digging to dig? That he's easily amused? I don't know. The Reaper's kind of like I'm upstairs, so he knows what I'm like on the inside. But I ain't really done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong might be stretching a point. What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he? Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Exactly, so I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Oh, goodness. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't mean to... That wouldn't be the same thing. Core, it was out of this world. It was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine and suddenly it started blowing smoke. And it just went pop. I haven't seen a better experiment here yet. Sorry? You mean you saw it, Jenny? With your own eyes? Tell me you saw the man go over there. Yeah, of course, the boss is in charge here, ain't he? Of keeping everything running smooth, I mean. Oh my goodness. The boss being Inspector Craigston, I suppose. It's going to take some getting used to. So all I have to say is that I'm on duty and I can do whatever I want to. Get this, I was up on one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. No, you're so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too. Yeah, do it! You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Iris? You have no trouble at all. Iris, you're 11. I don't think you could get into Scotland Yard. Gina's like, what, 16, 17? And it's settled. When do I start? No, you can't join Scotland Yard, Iris. We'll see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way. It was. How can it have been? Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success. It's like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a load of smoke and a whooping great bang. Whopping, not whooping. But where do you think they found the victim's body, eh? In the Crystal Tower over there. Is that what the hole is from? Is from the body crashing through the tower? What? In the tower? Oh my god. That's not... Oh my goodness. You can see for yourself, can't you? Up there over the scaffold. Oh, where all the glass is broken, you mean? Oh my goodness. Ah, the cage. Oh my goodness, excuse me. The cage, what the victim got. And to start with, really did get beamed up through the air or whatever and landed all the way over there. So, you see, it did kind of work, didn't it? What? I don't believe it. I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I tell you, I'll tell you what. You can have this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yard. Or, Are you sure? Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off you before, so fair is fair. Yes, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? She's... how do I report this? Scotland Yard, your investigators are stealing my fucking money. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange. Yeah. For what it's worth, anyway, investigating is off the cards for all of us. Yeah, snotty old Gregsy ran off after that without explaining himself. Naughty. Naughty Gregsy. I'm so cold, what the heck? Oh, right, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday. Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I'm just vibing to the music. Hi, Kirik! Kirik the bug. In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations? Nah, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate either. Why? What did the boss call him again? The forensic investigation team, I think. Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, innit? So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate. Yeah. Yes, I've never heard something like that before. Now, you did say his forensic science is new now, right? I thought I would have a gander on the quiet, though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about it before from down there, didn't ya? It's not bleeding fair. Bleeding. I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it. Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all them chips what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Odo? Go on, see if you can get through to him. He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where the machine that exploded is. We can try, can't we, Bruno? Gregsy will listen to us. We're gonna pop a cap in his head, apparently. How do I go up here? These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate the exact spot where the experiment was being conducted. Okay. Oh. 22nd October, the Great Exhibition Grounds Experimentation Stage. It's all kind of beady. So that's it. Is it the machine that blew up? We can't touch anything. Our fingerprints are gonna be all over the scene. Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion. I've seen my fair share. You've seen things like this before, you mean? Of course, Harley's always doing experiments that end in a bang. In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry. Oh, that might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes up wafting up the stairs. Man, I want to go to a fair. I'm sad now. I've made myself sad. I hate it. Actually, I don't know why I just said I want to go to a fair. I feel like in the springtime they're good. But if you go to shit like the Texas State Fair, those are always in the summer, and then they're not fun. I like the ambience, like the fucking bands in the background. It's really nice. I want to get, y'all ever, when was the last time y'all went to like an amusement park? Y'all know those fucking centrifuge fucking rides? I don't know what they're called. But you get in. Do they even still have them anymore? No, you've never been? Does Puerto Rico not have any? Come to the mainland, Gabe. We'll go to a fair. Anyway, like those centrifuge machines where it just puts you and a bunch of other people in this machine and it spins you around. And like the fucking force of it, it keeps you pinned to the wall, and they're like, oh, don't stand, or don't move. But then you got the bugs like going in it sideways, or like they're standing, they're standing on it. They happen. It costs quite a bit. Ugh. Got the Six Flags over in Puerto Rico. What's another one? There's one called, I think, like a slingshot, where it literally just fucking slingshots you into the air. Whoa, sorry, you are attached to something. You're in the fucking, you know, machine. And the machine is attached to these, like, bungee cords. Gravitron? I don't know. Just call it a centrifuge. Gravitron ride. Let's see. Yeah. Like one of those. I don't know if every single version of it is called the same thing. I like that one. It's really fun. The Gravitron, also known as the Starship. What the fuck? Starship 2000, 3000, 4000, Area 51. Starship Gravitron, Starship Exodus, Alien Abduction, Alien Invasion, Twister, Devil's Hole, Area 51, Flight to Mars, and Enterprise. That's too many! Just call it a centrifuge. Am I even calling it the right thing? It's one of the things where they put like the blood samples in and spin it around, right? Machine with rapidly rotating container that applies centrifugal force to its contents. Yeah, just separate the fluids. You get out of it and your fucking plasma is separated from your blood and you just die. Dragon Chicken, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Horde. I don't even know what I'm saying. One time he made something that exploded with such force it took the roof off the building. I wish you'd been there to see it, Runo. Oh, that's hard to get too excited about that, considering, given that I now live in the roof. Well, anyway, that's enough about that. It's time to investigate. No, we're not supposed to be up here, Iris. Oh, look, Inspector Craigston is over there. He seems to be in a deep thought about something, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully. Really, he just looks confused to me. Oh, hi, Bella. How are you? You're so nosy. Come here. I love you. It looks so good. Come on, Papa. Alright, sir. It ripped itself apart magnificently, didn't it? Magnificently. And mercilessly. I thought I was talking to Gregson. So someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and then beamed through the air. Yes, beamed, not blasted, that's the point. Yes, that part's crucial, really. Is something like that even possible, though, Iris? Hi, Mila! I love you! Lay down, sweetie. Oh, Runo, I'm just a child, how should I know? A child when it suits you, you mean? From what I can tell, I think if you were to pull this lever here... Stop! Don't touch that! Oh. That was practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over here just now. Gregsy, what? Please, your ladyship, I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here. Bella's so cute. Give your pets love today, everybug. So sorry, you can have some of my latest special blend to make up for it. Gloop, gloop, gloop. Wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful. It's just like old times, this is. What are you doing? Sit down. You look so dumb. And I love you for it. Oh. We're representing Professor Hairbrain in court tomorrow, Inspector. So we should be allowed to examine the scene. Ha! Listen, Sunshine, even I'm not allowed to touch anything up here. It's that blasted special dispensation for scientific equipment act to blame. It's driving me potty. Potty? Oh yes, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too. When I I scratch her head, her ears go flat. And she looks so cute. Her head is empty and it make it etchy. I love you, baby. Well, red tape's all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing at sometimes. But we're allowed to just look, aren't we? Eh? Surely that's alright, isn't it, Craigston? Hello, baby. Ba-da-ba-ba. Of course, your ladyship, anything you say, your ladyship, but please don't you get your dainty hands dirty, will you? Don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Runo? She really knows how to get what she wants. I'm trying to see if she'll jump on this area. I still don't. Alright, sir. Sir. Good girl. Using high voltage electricity to somehow disassemble a man's body and then beam him across the crystal tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public. True, it was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition mind. To be honest, I'm a bit surprised if it was allowed. Oh, goodness. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators present, I mean. Government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than the odd-spotted public safety infringements. If they can be the first to develop some new technology, it makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see. Yes, I suppose that's true, in a way. So the powers that are being the powers that be are placing a heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment. I think she's trying to figure out how to get over there. Come on, Bella. What sort of rights? They're making it so that any theories those brains have. I can't read! Y'all! I'm dying. I think I'm distracted. Have remained their legal property, as it were. Rights were developing a practical idea and even going into production. Which is the infuriating reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch the crime scene. Bella stole my brain cell. She did! Give it back, Bella! I'm distracted because she keeps looking at this thing I set up. Are you gonna go in? No? She's trying to jump down. I guess not. Are you not interested anymore? Goodbye! Are you gonna jump or not? Because the new highfalutin special dispensation for scientific equipment act forbids it. I can't read anymore. She's took my brain. Ah, I see now. No, I don't. I have no idea what's being said. The only people with permission to investigate here are from some brand new department at the yard. The forensic investigation team, it's called. We've been relegated to keeping guard. The forensic investigation team. Any old fool can see that this heap of scrap metal was sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it. Poor Craigston, he's very het up? What does that mean? He's very het up, isn't he? No, I'm pretty sure I wasn't blanking on that. I'm pretty sure it said het. Remind me again, what's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here? Ah! What are you having me at, Sunshine? It's the special dispensation for scientific equipment act. Quit saying that! Please! For my brain! Yes, I think Harley mentioned that recently with a real twinkle in his eyes, I remember. I'm sure he did, your ladyship. I'm sure he did pass, especially for this great exhibition it was. All scientists have to do is present their ideas or inventions to some suits in the civil service. And if it gets rubber stamped, that's a guarantee of rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality. What does that really mean? Think about it. Think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day at this exhibition. Although a good half of them were a load of cobblers, if you ask me, put forward by shammers like yourself. Thanks for that. Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions here are. It's also fun. It might be fun to you, but a member of the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? Hang science, that's what I say. What does that mean, hang science? Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job. You'd soon think otherwise. I've just been in a day guarding all these shammers, bogus contraptions. But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point. Yeah, well, there's the point, sadly. Hi, Michael! Michael! Hi! How are you, Michael? Sorry? Thanks to another of our government's bright ideas. If any theory or invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant. The scientists get funding? Exactly, and that's what they're all after, all these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us coppers, that's who. And you can see why I said it now, can't you? Hang science, hang it! I'm fine. I can't read today, though. My brain not in the right place. I left it in bed, apparently. Oh, maybe I can see your point. Apparently, Professor Hairbrain lives and works in Germany, now conducting his research, not considering. Jesus. That's right, come back to Britain especially for the Great Exhibition, as I understand it. Probably after one of the government's research grants. Actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today. About his time in further education, it turns out he was at university with someone we both know. What the heck? Why am I just now getting notifications for fucking ping cord? Hold on, sorry. If we can't... Just the silence both from me and the game. Okay. Lord Van Zeeks. What? Yeah, what's that? That's news to me. But if Van Zeeks mans the prosecution, then as the accused, the professor's fate is sealed because the Reaper will get him one way or another. Oops. I don't know why I get notifications for it. Blimey, that man's beyond me. I don't know what goes on in that head of his. He is eating fish and chips, so it is potatoes and potato fries. I guess potato wedges, probably. And fish. So. Talking of Van Zeeks, this morning's paper ran the story of him being attacked. Read that? Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper is completely fine. Nothing to worry about. Yes, right. Glad to hear it. Still the Reaper, huh? How long is that business gonna keep up, I wonder? The victim in this case, the investor, Mr. Aspen. He was another of the Reaper's victims, or so I'd heard. Or maybe he's just eating chips. Maybe that's just one big potato wedge and not fish. Lord Baroque? Van Zeeks is a top-class prosecutor. But even he can't always push the right verdict, though. Sometimes justice can't win. Yes, I've heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified. And that's how the notion of the Reaper at the Bailey came about, is it? Yeah, I think he's just eating potato. Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected Van Zeeks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court. Although the man himself denies that charge. Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we reached is that Lord Van Zeeks is in no way related to the deaths of those people outside the courtroom. Well, we found out that didn't Eggert kill fucking McGonagall? McGilton. McGonagall from Harry Potter, no! There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would. But if that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't just have coincidentally died if nobody killed them. I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Reaper. Professor Harebrained mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord Van Zieks was a totally different person, easygoing and kind. You what? He said that it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what it was? No clue. Sorry. Really? Look, I've got my hands full watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself elsewhere, eh? Am I allowed to look around? Considering how badly damaged everything is, Professor Harebrained was lucky to escape unscathed, I'd say. We should have a look around the machine while we can't touch anything, and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, you hear? I wouldn't touch a thing, I promise, so please, spare a thought for your digestion. Anyways, you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims? Yes, it's looking totally incredulous. Let it rest, sunshine. If we were allowed to examine all this bleeding scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. But we can't, can we? Because the annoying rules, you mean? Exactly, the annoying, obstructive flaming rules. Oh, look at the base of the machine there. Oh yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh. I'm not allowed to touch it. It's a screwdriver, I think. Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle's the shape of a capital letter A. Is it? Oh, yes, you're right. A for Aspen. What's the matter with you? Don't touch anything, I said. Touch anything, I'll make sure I'll kill you before I get strung up myself, I said. Yes, I understand, sorry. I only touched it a teeny weeny bit. Oh, boy. My fucking... Why don't you come up in court that my fucking evidence is on this thing now? Sheesh. My fucking fingerprints are found on this. Craigston, I'm very curious about this screwdriver. Really very, very curious. Ba-da-ba. Of course, your ladyship, you're so clever. Your ladyship fancy spun something like this. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it. But Bruno found it first. I assure you I'll investigate it thoroughly. Oop. He said peace. He's gone off with it. I thought you weren't supposed to touch anything either. That was very mean, I'm afraid. Inspector Craigston is going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in next month's installment now. Oh, sheesh. Poor Craigston. Well, I'm pretty sure looking at other stuff isn't gonna matter here. Nope, never mind, I guess I do. Fine. Wait, I can look up? An amazing horn-shaped device is pointing towards the Crystal Tower. I suppose once people were disassembled by the machine, they're shot out of that thing wherever they're going. I hope we get to experience his reaction to that issue coming out. I don't think it was supposed to shoot anything, Bruno. It was set up to beam people to the Crystal Tower where they'd be reconstructed in their original form. Well, I don't like the look of it. If it was as amazing as it looks, the accident wouldn't have happened in the first place, of course. I suppose that's true, yes. But nothing ever goes according to plan, does it? So those are people carrying balloons dangling silently in the skies over London. I always thought the day would come when humans would discover how to fly. But I never imagined it would involve them being suspended from colorful, floating Tamari handballs. Well, I'm sure it must feel amazing being up there amongst the clouds. Let's take a ride together, Reno, please. If I'm being perfectly honest, I would like to try it. But without a cast iron guarantee that the thing won't plummet to the ground, I'm too scared. Oh well, in that case, I should tell you what Hurley said. It's physically impossible for a flying balloon to plummet to the ground as long as it doesn't explode. Oh! Yes. Call me crazy, but I think that exploding part might play on my mind a little bit. Thanks, Hurley. There are all sorts of strange buildings here in the Great Exhibition Grounds, aren't there? I seem to remember something similar being exhibited in Japan one time. Oh, in your country, Reno? I do wish I could go and see it. I present a particularly steely samurai. Steel samurai? Isn't that another Ace Attorney thing? Huh. Isn't Steel Samurai like one of those fucking shows or something they watched in the original series? The original games? Steely Samurai with a present of one of Hurley's stories I'd written especially. And see if I could get Hurley into a jam against some Bartitsu master ninjas. You might not find as many of those sorts of people around as you'd think. Oh, well, that's dull. Oh, but I do know a prosecutor with a con mage top knot I could introduce you to. Prosecutor, yeah. I almost thought I said a child mage, really? Do you think I could have my picture taken with him, do you? Assuming he's recovered from the trim Kazuma gave him a year ago. Yes. No, didn't he, like, fucking yoink out his only growing hairs left? What is that gigantic thing over there? It looks like an enormous water wheel. Oh, that's a Ferris wheel. Is it just me, or is this Ferris wheel missing some braces through the center? I feel like this is not a stable contraption and could easily crumble in on itself. Oh, that's a Ferris wheel. There'll be people riding inside those little cabins you can see. Why? Well, they rotate nice and slowly, so it's a wonderful way to see the surrounding scenery. Wait, it's turning? But it looks completely still. Wow. Naruhodo, how do you live? Yes, that's because it's turning so slowly. One complete revolving takes about half an hour. I actually don't know if I've ever been on a Ferris wheel. Trial and error, unfortunately, I suppose. If you were mad enough to go in one, it would be more fun to whiz around fast, don't you think? Just having it spin wildly. I feel as though you might have just invented a new sort of ride there, Bruno. What ride would he have been talking about? What kind of Ferris wheel-like thing goes fast? Maybe he invented the roller coaster. Is that it? Is that everything? What? She wants to look at some more. Oh, hold on. What do you make of this? No, okay, apparently that's not it. Cups? Oh, no, I don't know. You see those videos where some, like, bugs are spinning way too fast on the cups and it completely, like, fucking unhinges it? Inspector, have you read this paper? Yeah, 2 unwelcome blasts back to back. This one at the exhibition and the Reaper getting attacked. I know, terrible news to wake up to, wasn't it? And tried to pretend I hadn't read it and turned over for another 40 winks. Thanks to that, I was late and and I got roasted from the super. Some mornings are like that, aren't they? Is that it? That's all we get? What the fuck is she wanting me to look at? Oh, I need to go back down. Hold on. How do I leave? I'll just come back. don't know how to go down, so I'll just come back. It's probably Enchanted Cup. Its origins is unknown for sure. We know he's not going to share the secrets of that Enchanted Cup with Chips. Oh look, what's this? A ripped piece of cloth. It's not like any fabric I've seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable. It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. And the edges appear to be a bit charred as well. Maybe that means it had something to do with the explosion. Let's make a note of it while Ginny's mid-yawn. Damn, she must be taking a long yawn while we just sit here and talk about it. For some reason, the ground is damaged in this spot. Look. Almost as if there was a fire here or something. Yes, if you look closely, there's some scattered ash and burnt embers, too. Well, I suppose there was a big explosion just above here. People probably wouldn't bat an eyelid in a small fire like that. Like this. Would have been. What? I'm not sure we English are quite that laid back, Bruno. Yes, you are. What is this? Ah, it looks as though somebody dropped something behind a tree just there. Dropped or hid? Is this a fucking crossbow? What is this? Some part of the machine that exploded? Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above in the blast, perhaps. What's going on here? Oh, nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case. Boy, you were just told not to grab anything. That's not good. Now what? What? We're looking around some more? Holy fuck. Let's see. I know, right? He just literally pocketing the evidence. That's where the cove ended up after the instant kinesis, or whatever they call it. Dead, of course. And yet they're calling the experiment a success? What's the wooden scaffold there for? The coppers, our lads, set that up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Dunno, really. Yeah, he's not suspended anymore, so... This is his first case, after being reinstated. Didn't you help erect the scaffold then? Nah, lookout duty's more my thing. Wander around the exhibition and keeping a lookout for the fun stuff. Mind Gregson doesn't hear you saying that or he'll give you the boot. I know, right? It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? Is that it, finally? I had to look at the fucking hole in the wall to keep going. Rena, listen! What? What is it? I've been thinking. Did it hurt? Hurley might know something, mightn't he? About what? About Mr. Reaper. Oh, about what happened to Lord Van Zeeks, you mean? Yes, it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. Something that completely changed his life. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he? Madame Tuspels. Here, this is what you'll need. What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame Tuspels. Tuspels. Is this supposed to mean something to me? You don't know it? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. Is it like fucking fortune telling? It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go now if you'd like. Oh no, we don't have any time for visiting attractions today, Iris. We have a big trial tomorrow. But that's where Hurley is. What? At this popular London attraction? How did Ryunosuke not get that? Yes. How is it that you know where he is? Hurley told me, but he told me to keep it a secret from you, Runo. But I have test spells. Why did he keep it a secret? I don't see how it could be related to a case we're investigating here, but then... Stranger things have happened, and when they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them. Anyway, let's get out of here. I'm sorry. This music's so much fun. Where's Pinata when you need him? I want to find out what that particular track is called. Madame Pastel's Museum of Waxworks. Oh. Wax statues? Ah, it's Jack the Ripper! I don't know what the fuck that one is. That's, Elizabeth, Bathory. What the fuck is her name? It's that fucking, she was called a vampire, I think, because she would kill virgins or maidens or some shit and then bathe in their blood for, to retain her youthfulness. What was her name? Did I have it right? Hungarian serial killer. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Who could forget that bit? That's a bedtime story. Oh, okay, I was right. See, legends describing Bathory's vampiric tendencies, such as the tale that she bathed in the blood of virgins to retain her youth, were generally recorded years after her death and considered unreliable. But apparently she was a serial killer who was accused of torturing and killing hundreds of girls and women between 1590 and 1610. Her servants were put on trial and convicted, whereas Bathory was confined to her home. Huh. This is probably what it's referencing, considering the bathtub. That's my guess, at least. And her look here. I am a fucking... Why is my knowledge put in one specific direction? That first wax one was probably Jack the Ripper. Y'all, I'm worried that this knowledge may have come from fate. And I really don't want it to come from there. I just want to be smart from outside anime reasons. What? Zakichi, what is this place? Look at all these terrifying scenes, but why are the people so still? Guillotines, ruthless murderers. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight, holy fuck. Meanwhile, I don't know what this middle one is. But I feel like the character looks familiar. You know what? He's not part of the exhibit. I'm pretty sure that's just an actual security guard. They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? Because I'm pretty sure that guy's pretty modern. What do you think, Runo? Shocked? Very specific history knowledge. Only famous people have become FGO waifus. Was she called Elizabeth Bathory in Fate, though? Let me look her up. Oh, she was the fucking... They made her... Yeah, she was. They made her a dragon or something. She's one of the more popular ones. That's right. Wait, she had two versions, though, in Fate. In Fate Grand Order, I think. One was the little cute one, and the other one was a little bit more... older? In design? I don't know how to describe her. Where is the display for the King of England that executed his wife? His wives because they gave him daughters. Is that what that was? I thought it was... Was it really? It seemed like it was out in the open, which made me think of fucking Jack the Ripper, but... Wax models? I read about that dead bodies and wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. The evil older one. She's really cute. I like her design though. I like her tail and her horns. I'm hitting on how corpses are kept after death, but parts of them can turn into wax apparently. What do you call that? Do you call that it's called... Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking, but There's another. It's not the scientific term or whatever he's saying here. It's literally something called. It's something wax. I don't know, Deadman wax or some shit like that. I like her robot form. She has a robot form. Oh my god. People also ask, how old is Elizabeth FGO? Oh. Oh no. Coco added I can't fucking I can't read this word. I don't know what was happening there. Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. How do you say this word? I straight up got stuck on that. How? Oh, I was trying to look up how it was pronounced, and he screamed over her. Cure pronunciation. How to say this word? Why isn't this video a minute long? Adipocere, apparently. Hold on, I'm gonna get a second. It's adipocere. That doesn't sound real. Ah! What now? I've just remembered something else I read. In another magazine about strange phenomena. Why is there an old kid screaming? It reminds me of fucking Soseki now. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display. None of the exhibits here are real. He's so scared that these are just real people. They're all entirely man-made replicas. They can't be. Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them. Oh. Yeah, this one has to be Jack the Ripper. In fucking alleyways and shit. Ah. I don't know why I needed a thing just to quit panning for me to notice fucking Sholmes standing here. There's no way anybody can make models of people that are this realistic. And they're also such gruesome scenes. Wait. What is it? Oh. No. I must be seeing things. I'm part of the exhibit, perhaps. Huh? What the fuck is this one? What is happening here? Is this an arm? It looks like an arm, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe one of the waxworks models has fallen over. You don't think it could be the work of one of the mass murderers in here, do you? Bruno, stop scaring me. Oh my god. Is it a wax arm or a real one? Come on, you're always pointing that finger of yours in court. Hook that arm now and see how it feels. Objection! Do it, poke it. A big heavy curtain is in a very prominent position, isn't it? I have a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it. Oh yes, that's the famous No Smell special exhibit. It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay the extra fee and have a look? Pay more money? To be even more terrified? Oh, let me think about that for a moment. I want to see it. It was only a suggestion. I want to see it. This is definitely just a dude. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a waxwork and what's a real human. Or maybe all the exhibits are real people. And when it's closing time and all the visitors have gone home, they suddenly start moving about. This is just fucking night at the museum. Ugh, just thinking about it makes me wish it was closing time already and I was on my way home. I feel like this is just a dude. He stands out too much to not be just a dude. I'm just gonna look at everything that's not Sholmes. Ugh, is this an example of Western Atsujigiri? Is that the fucking girl that, like, cuts your mouth if you tell her she's pretty? I don't know what that is. I know what an unscrupulous samurai. Oh, okay. Never mind. Randomly attacks a passerby to test his sword. I still don't know. No. But actually, a waxwork samurai could probably be hugely popular. Could you model it, do you think, Bruno? Doing that Tsuchikiri thing you mentioned? Well, I do have a sword, but I have no intention of testing how sharp it is on human subject. For now, at least. For now! They don't even mention what it is. I want them to... Oh. Wow. Nothing funny about this one. Is this some infamous murderer? Yes, called Jane the Ripper. Jane the Ripper. So not Jack the Ripper, huh? I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth Bathory that they're mentioning here. All our victims were young women. I knew it! You can tell by the way she's holding that knife. Sure sign of a murderer. Yes. Jane the Ripper, you tell me she brought random fucking servants into her bathroom and then just killed them there? Yeah! What's the matter, Rudo? I've worked it out. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fill that bathtub with blood so she can have a soak with her victim's gore. Yeah, see what? Not according to the information about the exhibit on the little board here. It doesn't mention anything about the bathtub. Well, then why the fuck is it here? Really? Sorry, I don't think it's significant. I still think it has to be there for a reason. What the fuck? Yeah, then who the fuck is this? This is, not Jack the Ripper. This is Nice Guy Jack. See, she dropped her knife, as she was leaving her home. She meant to leave it in the kitchen because she was making food for that evening for her husband. But she accidentally, left home with it, and she dropped it on the floor. And see, Nice Guy Jack right here, he was like, oh, ma'am, you dropped your knife. And she's like, ah! I'm sorry. Anyway, that's Nice Guy Jack. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes' own wax statue in here, really? Well, he is world famous after all. Alright, punch him in the crotch. We'll find out if this wax statue is real or not. It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? It makes my skin crawl to look at. So with wax statues nowadays, do they wear real clothes, or are their clothes that they have also wax? I know. But look, Bruno, you can kick this Hurley and he doesn't move a muscle. She did it. Can't go around. Oh, she fucking did it. She actually fucking kicked him in the crotch. You can't go around kicking the exhibit's iris. Wait. It just moved, I'm sure. Just a little bit either. He's back to normal. Really? Did it? She keeps blinking every time she fucking blinks. And look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face of this waxwork model. Oops. The wax is melting. It's like that one fucking Daft Punk music video. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look! There's a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing. My dear fellow, I take exception to your recoiling in such a manner. As if you've seen something truly abhorrent. Nice guy, Jack. Thanks, Gabe. Mr. Sholmes, I knew it! Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Naruhodo. Temporary waxwork? What do you mean? And that gek, could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me. Bruno has something he needed to ask you. Ah, a question. So that's his hobby, just posing in the middle of the wax museum. Is that what it was? I thought he was investigating something here. I thought you'd probably be getting bored too. So here we are. Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A mere 2 minutes more being stationary like that. And my great brain, upon which all my success had been built, would have turned to wax. Thank goodness we arrived in time. Indeed, in many ways, the pair of you saved the world just from an unimaginable loss. Oh, Harley, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you? Goodness. He could know something, it's true, about Lord Van Zeeks and about what happened in the past to change him. Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? Or you are in luck, I'm certainly quite taken with the idea of conversing. Oh, well, actually, I'm in quite a hurry, and if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot with the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken. Really? Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you have come to me now. But how could it be? We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow. But for now, I must return to my work. Do you think that... Do y'all think the dead body that we found was actually not dead? It was just a wax statue? Fucking... Bruh. What? Back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? Oh, there he is already. He's already back to it. What is this place? Madame Tuspels came to London from France 3 years ago, I understand. Since she opened this little waxwork museum last year, it's enjoyed great popularity in London. There are museums like this in Japan too, but all these displays are something else. I'm dying. Oh, okay. I mean, they aren't made from actual real people, are they? The extreme realism of these waxwork models is a particular secret of the Tuspel family, they say. They earned renown during the French Revolution for waxworks of victims of the guillotine. Ugh, that sounds grim. The gruesome scenes were portrayed with such realism in the expressions of the faces of the condemned. Bruh. Apparently the sculptors would make the models directly from the corpses. Right there at the site of the executions. That really turns my stomach. Bruh, this is gruesome. That's just one of several legends about the Tuspels family. Whether there is any truth to it, I couldn't say. But anyway, this museum houses models of famous people from all over the globe. Nevertheless, the most popular area of the museum, by quite some margin, is this House of Horrors. House of Horrors? Of course, visitor numbers are dwindling now as a result of the Great Exhibition, but people usually flock here to see the exhibits of some of London's most vile criminals at their gruesome work. What? Elizabeth Bathory is not from London. She's from Hungary. Like I am right now, hungry. Anyway, naturally, most of the miscreants portrayed here were sent to the gallows. So they were stiffer now than the models of them. Aha! Was Jack the Ripper ever caught? I might be confusing it with the Zodiac Killer, which I think he was found out, right? The Ripper was never identified, and the crimes remain unsolved. I don't know. I'm not gonna look that up. I don't care. Help me, I'm stuck. So they're even stiffer now than the bottles of them. Sorry. That was a stretch. Have you heard of poor taste? My dear fellow, the public live for poor taste. They yearn to be shocked. So the hideous exhibits in here are... They're all portrayals of real events that actually took place. Is it just me, or did the temperature in here just seem to drop? He's so funny. Anyway, I advise you not to think too deeply about what you see here. Oh, he's back to being a waxwork, is he? He's blinking though, so he's doing a bad job. What do you mean by temporary waxwork, Mr. Sholmes? Exactly what you see. I'm part of the exhibits here, catching these criminals in the act. Catching them. Every half hour, I home in on a different killer and one of the displays that adopt a new pose to ensnare him. When members of the public come for a closer look, I offer them my handshake. For a shilling, I'll happily allow them to take a photograph with us. What is this? Does he mean him and the waxwork murderers in here? What? Why, Mr. Sholmes? My dear fellow, isn't it obvious? For the money! He really roared at me there, very fitting for the House of Horrors. As it stands, I may struggle to pay this month's rent, and I have the ravenous iris to consider. Oh, Harley, I'm so hungry. If push comes to shove, I shall have to ask you to do your bit, Mr. Naruhodo. What's he threatening to rope me into now? Do you not get paid for your work, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I said Mr. Naruhodo. So with that in mind, how about a photograph? As a special treat, you may have to pick your, you may have your pick of the murderers and scoundrels in here. The choice is yours. Maybe some other time. Remember, Mr. Naruhodo, ignore me at your peril. We get back home and he's like, by the way, you have to move out tonight. Goodbye. Is it just me or did his final remark there sound a lot like a curse? Alright, sir. Well, what is it you'd like to ask me then? Actually, it's about Lord Van Zeeks. Ah, our friend Mr. Reaper. How did you find him? Well, I trust. God, I fucking love... I love Sholmes. He's so fucking hot. Apparently Ophi really likes him too. So we're bonding over that. And so I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything I'd learned. About Lord Van Zeeks, about Professor Hairbrain, and about the strange coincidence that they had been at university together. I want him to take his clothes off again. It's so awkward saying that because he's still wearing clothes. So I'm wondering what it was that happened to make Lord Van Zeeks such a different person. I was sure that you'd know, Harley. What? I would know? Oh, Harley, that's not me. I'm Runo. I keep forgetting these nicknames. You said there was something going on in here in this exhibit hall before. That something was afoot. And that you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr. Sholmes? You suddenly clammed up. Oh. Well, it seems we've reached the unavoidable... Oh. God damn it. Fucking hell. Tell me! Greetings. Oh. Look at her. Hello, madame. Hello? Where did she appear from? And what's she wearing? Could she look any more mysterious? I hope you are appreciating my museum. Sorry, have we... Mr. Sholmes, do you know who this... not again! It's all the way over there again. My apologies. I am Esmeralda Tuspels. This is my museum of waxwork. What? You're the Madame Tuspels? I don't understand what her last name is supposed to be. What the fuck is this? Bien sûr. Oh, she's from France, right? I don't know what that means, though. They're only 26 years young, I might add. Is that significant somehow? I am a madame in name only. It has a certain... Je ne sais quoi. I don't know. I don't even know if I said that right. Right. Esmeralda is emerald in Spanish. Thanks, Gabe. Firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular. That'd be Mr. Sholmes, then. I was led to believe he was a great detective, but he seems unable to settle. Oh? Oh, next time you move from your designated exhibit, there will be a toil and trouble. Oh my goodness. She sounds deadly serious. The way her clothes looks, is she a waxmancer? Is she going to raise an army of wax people eventually? Oh my goodness. That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Van Zeek's now? Her English surname comes from Mary Tussaud? Tussaud? The wax sculptor and founder of Madame Tussaud. I don't know if I'm saying this. Let's not forget what Hurley said before. About something being afoot right here in the museum, I mean. Yes, I know, but... I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening here. Haven't we got enough on our plate already? Bruh, this is 3 hours of reading. Did you make all these waxworks, Madame Tuspels? Tuspel. I did. I am the 3rd generation of waxwork artisans, you know. Gosh! Oh, gosh! It was my grandmother who began the tradition in my family. Her fortunes were checkered, living through the turbulent times of the French Revolution as she did. Though that is when she acquired the Savior Fair. I don't know what these words. Thanks, Gabe. I feel like you just said the same thing twice, so I didn't really know all that. That leads to the astonishing lifelikeness. Damn, she lived... Wait, what? Has she lived to be over 100? Is that real? Am I doing math right? 1761 to 1850? That's over 100 years, isn't it? No, hold on. Less than 100. 89! Damn! People could live that long back then? How'd she do that? Maybe she ate the wax. That is a lot. What the fuck? What did she do? Was she rich? All these waxworks really do look as though they're alive. In fact, they look more alive than Hurley. She's really cute. I like this lady. What you see exhibited here represents the most atrocious of London's criminal past. All the waxworks here were created in the presence of the real people on which they are modeled. As a child, I had a huge thing for witches. Nowadays, I have a huge thing for witches. Moral of the story, where can I get a poster of that witch? She's not a real witch though, but she's fucking great. I love her. If she's bad, I'm gonna be very sad. And the hours immediately following their executions, that is the secret to the extraordinary likeness. It sounds terrifying. All walks of life have similar challenges, I'm sure. To carry out one's trade par excellence, one must go to extraordinary lengths. Well, witchcrafters, I see. My exhibits are a reflection of society. I create only that which the public wishes to see. Ugh, why couldn't the public have wished for something less horrifying? Do not fear. Sorry? This room is the only one in the museum with such a macabre theme. I do hope you'll explore. There are models of famous singers, actors, politicians. Something for every taste, I hope. It was Iris who dragged me straight in here. Come to think of it. Sorry, perhaps I should have eased you into things. Just straight up into the murder room. What's the situation with that? Oh, my temporary waxwork model. He approached me some days ago, you see, with a business proposal. Oh, what sort of proposal? My dear madame, what these sparse exhibits need is the addition of a world-famous great detective. Or words to that effect. Aha. Naturally, I'm well aware that Mr. Sholmes is widely known in London as a talented detective. It's great detective, actually. He's very specific about it. Yes, the creme de la creme. So I was keen to come to some arrangement with him, of course. But sadly, we were unable to agree terms. Let me guess. Someone wanted to charge an exorbitant price for his services. For a mere 500 pounds, and we'll dive into your cauldron of wax this very moment. What? Shelves! He's like, oh, fucking die, I guess. No words to that effect. Mr. Shelves might have overdone it slightly with the sales pitch. Regrettably, the museum has a shortage of funds at the moment due to unforeseen circumstances. What? Yeah. I'm starting to think my theory of the fucking dead body or something being made of wax. Or, huh. Not the, Not the dead body specifically, but perhaps the body that was inside was the fake one. Well, the body inside the crystal tower could have been the real one. Yeah. No, that would mean that she is the murderer or an accomplice or something. I don't want that to be real. She's too good. Look at her. So we came to the current arrangement instead. Surely he doesn't really need to do what he's doing, though, does he? I would think not, but he was very insistent. Oh, maybe. Well, yeah, we'll see. I have a 50 shilling problem. That must be resolved by the morning. Or words to that effect. I was like, why doesn't he go to the fucking pawn shop? I forgot the pawn shop guy got fucking murdered. It's the pawnbroker, that's what it is. He must have something to redeem. Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting them to mention that. It's the consulting detective not going so well. Oops. I wonder, can I ask you something? Monsieur, what does that mean? I'm just curious, is anything going on at the museum at the moment? Some kind of incident, perhaps? Oh, whoever suggested such a thing to you? Oh, well, it was... your temporary waxwork over there who mentioned it to me a little... Oh! He's disappeared. Naruhodo's saying shit he shouldn't. A wax model is a work of art, not some tawdry object for trade. Oh. There you are! Leaving the exhibit again when you should be working. Do you wish to be melted down? Ma'am? My dear Madame Tuspel, save your reprimands. There's more pressing concerns. The wax can wait. It's our ideas about your current problem that we must throw into the melting pot instead. Personally, I would advise you not to involve the police. Why ever not? She turned white as a sheet. Wait. No, I don't know. It could be that it tries to deter, like, you know, this is all murderers and shit, so maybe she had a wax model of that guy, obviously. And it could come up that'd be like, oh, that wax model was missing, it was taken from our exhibit. Or some shit. Right? Ryfin, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hana Horde. What if we find out that the arm behind there is, it belongs to the fucking... These are just my theories. That arm belongs to the wax statue of Asmon. And it's actually broken because it got fucking launched into the fucking crystal tower, right? I don't know. These are just some weird theories I'm coming up with. She's turned as white as a sheet. Because you have at your disposal a great detective whose services you may employ for a mere 50 shillings. Though please be aware that I prefer no. Please tell me we're about to do a fucking, what do you call him? His great deductions. Though please be aware that I prefer no. I insist upon payment in advance. Very well. Let us see if the great detective is about to live up to his name, shall we? Before I engage my analytical process, I must ask that you clarify something. What, pray, is behind the curtain? That is the Tuspel's special exhibit. There's an extra charge to see it. Ah, the special exhibit in the House of Horrors. It must depict a serial killer then, I presume. Would you be so kind as to draw back the curtain, I wonder? Absolute none. Okay. There is nothing amiss behind there. Nothing amiss, madame. What about the arm protruding ominously from under the curtain? Ah! Well, no, I wanted a great deduction. I strongly encourage you allow me to see what lies beyond before the situation worsens. Well, yes, very well. I will draw back the curtains, but only as a fucking whatever that says. $139. I must confess, I peeked behind the curtain earlier. The Tuspel's special exhibit is a very bleak graveyard scene indeed. And yet, somewhat surprisingly, the waxwork killer one would expect is nowhere to be seen. What does strike one, however? Oh, nope, that's not him. At all. There's the portly gentleman lying peacefully on his back on the floor. No, I thought it would be, well, that theory was wrong, huh? Well, then, perhaps, Mr. Sholmes? Oh. Man on the floor is the ruthless killer himself! I'm afraid not, my dear fellow. He's a perfectly ordinary London gentleman. Not even a waxwork, in fact. Is he dead? What? As skillfully made as these waxworks are, they are always distinguishable from all humans. So, allow me to present my two conclusions. The first is that a sizable business transaction has been taking place in this special exhibit. Why? Why would you say that? And the second is that the aforementioned transaction is linked to a serious crime. I could still be right about the other one, though. She looks as pale as candle wax. I don't understand. It could. My brain's huge, perhaps, maybe. So, Madame Tuspels, as you've agreed to my fee, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famous, the great detective, and temporary exhibit at work. Yes, let's go! Woo! Time for me to get it raw! Alright, let's go. To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here at the museum. Snap! The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some 200 pounds. That is all my own money. So what does this large sum of money reveal? Ah, not as much as the involuntary glance you cast. It would seem, Madame Tuspels. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes now fall. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that public notice. Yeah, that's not right. Waxwork for sale. Your business has hit hard times, it would seem. In short, I feel like that waxwork for sale is still one of the points he got right, though. You stole the infamous killer, the centerpiece of your special exhibit, for the sum of 200 pounds. None! Now, let us explore the next curiosity in which we are presented. Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? I wonder what 139 means, though. It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Oops. Unfortunately, madame, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. You got instructed by your nephew. Well, right now, Sholmes is doing one of his great deductions. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the 200 pounds. Wow, what? It would appear that you twisted this gentleman around your little finger most effectively. What are you suggesting? He rashly agreed to purchase the waxwork for the sum of £200. Only when he came to hand the money over did it occur to him what an exorbitant amount he was paying. But the money was no longer in his hands. And the result, the scene we see before us, he collapsed in shock. Sholmes. Yes, the killer in this special exhibit fetched a killer price. We can only pray that the gentleman's dreams are not plagued with regret. Alright, time to fucking... The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let's consider that problem for a moment. You cannot possibly... What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe. The neckerchief. Well, apparently not. Such as is worn by policemen as a secret sign to fellow members of the force that crime is being perpetrated. Yes, this young man is an undercover policeman currently investigating this museum. I know him well, in fact. It's Sergeant John Clay. Clay and wax, huh? What are you talking about? The man's quite a celebrity. He received triple accolades at last year's policing awards. But... Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before him with a particular unsightly visage. Oh, he's also got a bandana. I've been watching closely and he hasn't moved a muscle, almost in fact, as if he were a waxwork. Is he really? Oh, I guess so. You say my theory was wrong about this guy? But you... Your reaction, it only confirms my suspicions, madame. I noticed it at once, of course. Observe! Oh, the tag on him. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious price tag. No, that's probably on his scarf. Threepence, a tragically low price, you might say. Though perhaps the going rate for aging waxworks riddled with cracks. And yet you sold it to the portly gentleman for an exorbitant £200. The sort of plucky behavior that's sure to attract the attention of Scotland Yard. Isn't that so, madame? I do not. Yeah, he's probably just sleeping. Yes, the waxwork you sold has already been seized by the police and remains in their custody as we speak. The old man must be reunited with his grave in the special exhibit and not a moment too soon. He might be right about that, though. Discovered already? I don't know. We'll see. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. Oh, none of it's right. The threat immediately. I see I've stunned you all into silence. You have, Hurley, you have. And you've obviously upset this young lady in the process. Her cauldron looks awfully hot. If I could just bring up one point, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, the notorious Naruhodo 1 point. I'm all ears, my dear fellow. According to your deduction, then, the special exhibit featuring this old policeman. So that would mean that he's the particularly ruthless murderer, wouldn't it? The killer policeman, Hottermole. Sorry? It was a mysterious series of murders that rattled the capital only last year. The police rushed to the scene every time, only to find the culprit had disappeared into the ether. Puppy! Hello! How are you? Bro, my my power flickered last night when I was watching your stream. And everything turned off. I was sad. How you doing, puppy? I'm basically just reading a novel here. And it turned out the culprit was the policeman himself, a senior officer by the name of Ottermole. So, you mean that's who the sinister-looking man, they're supposed to be? How was your stream last night? I hope it was good, though. I went to bed kind of early. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. For some reason, I thought I went to bed at 11 when I didn't get off work till midnight. My days are all mixed up. Indeed, it is a particularly grim face, is it not? 10! Hello! Thank you for resubbing for 16 months! Hold it. How are you? Unforgettable, in fact. Yes, I remember that odious countenance only too well. Honestly, I had a good time, but I'm here for you. I'm glad to hear it. I appreciate it. I love seeing you, though. It makes me happy. But is 200 pounds a lot of money for a wax model? I don't know how much 200 pounds is. I feel like that's cheap. It would be enough to afford one of the latest steam carriages. If that puts things in perspective. A steam carriage? What the fuck is that? So, it's quite a lot then. Damn, she's loaded now. Is there anything else you wish to add? Before I melt you down. That bubbling wax is looking more and more ominous. The smell of all that molten wax is starting to worry me. Bruh, the fucking condensation coming out of that wax pot is just making more wax. And I'm just thinking about sticking your face in that is making me feel uncomfortable. Mr. Sholmes did more or less just accuse her to her face, so I think I might have to call in your assistance here, Iris, if that's alright. To make some minor corrections to the great detective's great deductions. Of course it's alright. We'll soon get things, set things straight. Well, let's get started then, shall we? Before Madame Tuspels vents her anger. Madame. Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. So, Madame Tuspels, in accordance with our agreement, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Alright, my twin. Holy Mr. Sholmes, you're dumb as fuck, apparently. Okay. I feel like this implies that the conclusion is different. It would still make sense to me that it wouldn't be. I guess we'll find out. Alright. Just gonna skip through this until we get to the part that's messed up. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, get to the weird part. God, if she's actually, like, bad. Why do they gotta make all the beautiful ones bad? Alright. She definitely looked in this direction, it's true. But I'm not sure she'd sell any of her waxworks, even for 200 pounds. Oh? She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything. No, don't make my theory wrong. For that much money, I would, but it sounds like that makes me a bad person. Well, anyway, I wonder if the 200 pounds could have some other significance. Let's follow that furtive glance again and see if there's anything else that can explain it. Well, maybe it's the fucking body on the floor. Oh, what's this? What's that note doing pinned on the wall there? Oh yes, let's see. Dear Madame Tuspels, we've taken the prisoner from his room. The price for his safe return is 200 pounds. Huh? Prisoner? Interesting. Just imagine failing this result. The bad ending, Holmes getting waxed. Oh no, that'd be terrifying. Have the money ready by noon on 23rd of October. What? This is... It's just like this sort of thing that's left behind when someone is kidnapped. Yes, it's a ransom note. Exactly. Well, I'm gonna take a guess that maybe the ransom note is what she was looking at.
Take that!
So then she wasn't wrong about it being her own money, but who the fuck is this guy then? That might be why she's struggling for cash right now. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that ransom note. Quite so, and we must congratulate those criminals on their inventiveness abducting a waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it. The model in question has special importance. So I put together all the money I have. In summary then, the 200 pounds you have on your handbag is ransom money. And now let us explore the next curiosity in which we are presented. This dead corpse! Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock. Yeah, beat him over the head. The cause of which is clearly known to you. Oh yeah, that's right, we're just gonna skip it a little bit. Oh, it's this one. 200 pounds. Now, I don't know what what they could possibly be implying with this one. So if the waxwork was kidnapped, where does that leave us in terms of who the man is? I could just ask him when he comes around. I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris. Yes, you're right. Harley's trying so hard, we mustn't let him down. Well, there's little doubt that he suffered a shock. That much seems clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tussbell's trying to hide? Let's have a closer look. Is she hiding something in her arm? I can't see. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, hello? Oh? What's this, ma'am? Ma'am? No, that's not her hand. That's definitely not her hand. Is this just Madame Tussbell's right hand, isn't it? Yes, it must be. I can clearly see her left hand after all. Oh, but wait a minute. This is her left hand as well, look. Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please. And it seems very stiff, too. In fact, it's really hard. You mean it's made of wax? All right, there we go. Ma'am, I found this.
Take that!
She gotta at least take the hat off. Oh. Well, we'll see. She's hiding a bald spot. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand. Fucking that Odo's face. Indeed, with a solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very substantial blow. You saying he beat her over the head with it? How could you? A hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be the right hand, but a closer inspection reveals that it in fact is a left hand. And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madame. It is the hand of a waxwork model. I thought we already described that. Yeah! Oppressor, welcome. You're a little bit late, though. Oh! Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage. So you mean that arm? Yes, this gentleman saw fit to try and remove it as a souvenir. Beat him over the head with it. No small keepsake. Like taking a whole branch off a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. I'm afraid I had to teach the man a lesson. Assault, apparently. You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back. And the result, the scene we see before us. He was knocked unconscious. I was ordering some cards, even a 2003 ultra rare Dark Magician. Oh boy! Legend of Blue Eyes first edition? Bruh. Holy fuck, how much does that even go for now? Hold on, I gotta look it up now. I gotta get distracted. Dark Magician. It's gonna be really hard to find that card. Legend of Blue Eyes, LOB. There's so many Dark Magicians out now. Holy fuck! Oh, there was a reprint of Dark Magician in the Battle of Chaos set, and he's like $150. Bruh, oh my god, I want that set. I want to open a box of that set. Holy fuck. Legend of Blue Eyes. I'm struggling to find it. How many Dark Magicians are there? I don't remember there being so many printings. And of course I'm getting some other shit like Dark Magician Girl. 2003 Collector's 10? Oh. I think I have that one though. Man, I think it's pretty cheap. Whoa! Was that it? I saw one for $900. You know what? I'm just gonna sort these by price. High to low. I don't know what Dark Duel Stories is, but the market value for one of these cards is fucking $1,300. Jeebus. Okay. I'm stuck looking for him. Hello? Surprisingly, I'm not really seeing the Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician up top. Huh. Who said that was being dumb, though? That's an investment. Anyway, a point we may need to revisit later, but for the time being, we have a conclusion. Yes, the killer in this special exhibit has been kidnapped. Oh, sheesh! He's gone. What is Dark Duel Stories? Video game promotion. How old is that? Dark? Oh, that's a Game Boy Color game. I could only imagine what this game in complete... If you had this game complete, how much that would fucking go for. I feel like that would be one of the most expensive... Let me see. Let me see if Game Value Now has it. Dark Duel Stories. Scoria, thank you for the raid! We're getting distracted by watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm seeing complete sold versions. Oh, okay. The only thing you would have to go for would be a loose copy. Or sorry, a sealed copy. In which case, this game, completely sealed, goes for roughly about $1,000.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Oh my god, is that Koruru?
I was like, I didn't even realize, and it's been all day. Why would you leave it on when you're not in the house?
Oh my god!
That actually got me a little bit. I didn't like have a heart attack, but I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that.
That was so funny. Just seeing it when I saw it from Amnesia. Oh my goodness. It was scaring me watching that clip. Hello! Anyway, welcome everybody. My name is Hanayome Kamakiri. I am an Orchid Mantis VTuber. We are playing The Great Ace Attorney 2. I really want to watch that clip again. Can you send it to me, Scoria? That was so fucking funny. So weirdly enough, this Dark Magician, what does it go for in near mint condition? Oh, it's actually pretty cheap. So I don't know why I had a market value listed at fucking $1,300. The Dark Magician himself is only about 150 in near mint. But the whole game sealed. It could be the other cards that were in it as well are fucking 1,000. That guy legit just spawns in there. It was such a dirty trick. $1,300. But it's not real. I don't know what that price point came from. It might have been like some bug was posting the whole game in here. And I'm not sure what that market value came from either, because that would mean some bug bought it at that price. But who knows? We're looking at oh, I'm looking at the wrong card. I'm looking at the wrong card. Here we go. I was on the wrong Dark Magician. Okay, so near mint for this promo card is extremely difficult to come by, apparently. There's one that shows a PSA 9 graded Dark Magician card, and that one is listed for $3,000. And then there's a near mint version for $1,500. Some bug bought a copy. On January 5th of this year for $1,400. No, this is not OG. I'm pretty sure Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician is not that much at all. Let me see. I was trying to find him, but I couldn't find him. Legend of Blue Eyes. don't... It's really... I'm really struggling to find that card. So it shows the most expensive Dark Magicians. One's from Dark Duel Stories, one's a Ghost Rare. One is from RP01, and I don't know what that is. Legend of Blue Eyes is LOB. So if I could find... Let me see if I can just type that set in. Legend of Blue Eyes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Set. Yeah, even then, the Dark Magician from that set, Legend of Blue Eyes, first edition. Oh, these are unlimited. I need to find first edition. Here we go. Okay, I lied. So apparently, he's still really expensive. Legend of Blue Eyes, first edition, Dark Magician is... well, at least listed, these are not sold listings, is at $1,500. There's another one that's graded at a PSA 8, and that one's listed for $3,000. Bruh, I want this Dark Magician. If I was fucking rich, my Dark Magician deck would have all the expensive versions of these cards. I would have 3 first edition Near Mint Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magicians in there. And see if I can filter the sales by the first edition. Use sales. There are none. They have not been sold, so... If I want, I could get this card. What if it's not in Near Mint? What if it's just first edition? They only have Near Mint. Wait, hold on. Oh, I could find a moderately played Spanish version for $80 if I wanted. Oh, yes. The Mago Oscuro. Whatever that means. Oh, Lord, I know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices. Bruh. This is stressing me out. Okay, back to the game. The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands. Let us consider that problem for a moment. It literally means what it is. Okay. Scoria, can you send me that clip? Because it was really funny. I want to watch it again without the fucking background noise of my game. You cannot possibly. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. This one's right. Do you think the arm that she's holding belongs to this guy? I'm going to imagine we turn it. Hi, Mila. Come here. I'm still salty over that sacred beast lost. Lost? I don't know what you're talking about. Was this involving me? Come here, Mila. Oh, that Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away. Oops, I haven't been reading. I just totally skipped over this. Uncovering secrets is any true detective's nature, of course. I got distracted because Bella's here. Right, anyway, judging from Madame Tuspel's reaction to Mr. Sholmes' seduction, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly. But anyway, it seems like that, there we go. What I was trying to say was that the dark, what is it, Dark Duel Stories or whatever version is more expensive than buying the game completely sealed. But I feel like you can't ensure quality. I mean, I don't know, it'd be an investment either way. You can't ensure that when you open up that game that the Dark Magician you're gonna get is gonna be Near Mint. When I posted in TCG Talk last night, if you remember. Oh, I didn't really look. I thought it had something to do with me. I don't know if we fought. I don't think we did. I should have a day where we just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. What the? The man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder where his arm should be. Ah, well that settles that then. Right, this isn't a real person at all. His entire arm's been ripped off from the shoulder down. His arm's been? Of course, that ties in with what we've just found out. Alright, well that's what we're looking for. Damn! Watch that had been wrong. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his shoulder stub. No such boneless human walks this earth. That I can assure you. What? How do you like your humans, boneless? In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant Jean Clay, is in fact defying all odds a waxwork model. I seem to remember it was you who concluded that he was the real person in the first place, Mr. Sholmes. He literally just said silence. He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man. Naturally, what other explanation could there be? And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor of the special exhibit, was it? Next, we turn our attention to the man. Say this guy's just a wax figure here. Oh my god, he's dead. He's actually dead. Observe! Watch me turn around. He's actually, like, only half finished. A killer policeman called Ottermole, was it? Oh, this was the... Never mind, this is definitely not a real one. Was he well known? I was wondering what the fucking Ottermole, like, why they were mentioning it. Of course this ain't a real dude then. It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like. Well, apparently he looks like this, right? It's a very low price, though. 3 pence isn't much. Only enough for a few measly hours of gas in Mr. Garrett's delightful lodgings, in fact. So this is the special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for 200 pounds. Is this crusty old killer policeman Ottermole? Really? Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if another idea crops up. Ah! He's real! Oh my god! He's the killer policeman! Maybe he's not. What the fuck, was I right? Look at this! The old man's tapping his foot like crazy. There's rats in there. He seems to be fast asleep, though. He's not tapping his foot consciously, then. So you mean... It must be a twitch. Never mind that. The point is, waxworks don't tap their feet. Or twitch! And look at his arm, too. We've seen a scarf like that somewhere else around here, haven't we? Have we? I was thinking the scarf looked familiar, but... I don't know where we would have seen it. Oh, maybe through Bobby? No, what's his name? Yeah, his name was Bobby, right?
Take that!
He had a scarf. Oh no, Bobby, what's happened to you? Nah, definitely not. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is waxwork is the obvious twitch. Even the most realistic waxworks do not exhibit a twitch. In other words, the splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard. Slight shift in your choice of objectives, then. Adjectives, not objective. Fucking hell. And there you have it, well, Madame Tussbones. Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He is clearly fatigued. He is sound asleep. But then, what is this tag about showing a price of 3 pence? No doubt the price tag of the muffler, which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. And I presume you've observed the scarf tied around his arm. Does that not strike you, Mr. Naruto? Yes, the secret sign used by detectives has shown that some criminal activity is currently underway. Of course, because, you know what, this doesn't seem like a secret anymore. They just keep letting that, you know, come out, right? As you know, there's been such criminal activity happening here. As you deduced from the very beginning, Detective. So it would seem that we finally arrive at the truth. Yeah! The waxwork of the especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit has been kidnapped. I win. And Scotland Yard are already investigating. Look at this funny dude in his funny shoes, but the model's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus conclude Herlock Sholmes' great detection of this horrifying puzzle. I helped, but okay. Well, so who's the waxwork that was stolen? Elementary! I went to elementary school. Ah! Well, this took way too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream right here. We got distracted by fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I meant to end this about 30 minutes ago. Got distracted by Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we got raided. Thank you again, Scoria. Let's go see who we could raid. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming and watching Naruhodo and Sholmes' great deduction investigation. Woohoo! I don't know who we should go raid. Should we go raid Oni? I don't know what she's playing. She's playing a game called The Last Campfire. Who else is there? Rokoko's live. Y'all, let's go raid Rokoko. I don't think I've really raided her. Oh, what the fuck did I just click? Chat identity. What does that mean? Anyway, if y'all don't know Rokoko, she is a funny clown. I almost spelled her name wrong. I still can't spell. What is happening? Rokoko Prufe. She's a funny clown. She's playing Katamari Damacy Reroll. I do not know what that is. I know what Katamari Damacy is, but not Reroll. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to change my schedule since we played Horizon on Monday. So tomorrow, I don't know what the fuck that sound was. I'll either play Final Fantasy or, I don't know, Master Duel. We'll find out. Once the day comes, I'm going to fucking wing it. And then that is at 12 p.m. I think still. So anyway, thanks again, everybody. Scoria, everybody. Thanks for the raids. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's go say hi to Rokoko, the funny clown. All right, bye-bye.